June the 10th in the Yukon, and I've got a fire going this morning. Yeah. Nice, actually. Pretty nice. Like just about $300 frickin' for DR650. That's it. 263. It's like buying a frickin' motorhome, right? Motorhomes are expensive, but what really gets you is the bling. Motorcycles are the same. Wrapped to the tip, of course, with more stuff for the whales to feed on. Whales love plastic. Oh, and there's a box of bolts. Good. I'll be losing some of those later. That's the beauty of glaucoma. You don't even know what you've lost. 300. Fuck. Excuse me. I didn't mean to swear. I did mean to swear. It's going to be great. I'm happy for me. But come on. Wow. Holy crap. I must say, that's way beyond the old, had a Happy Trail stand or something like that on the aftermarket on the DR650. Didn't work too good. The OEM standard stand on my V-Strom 1000, the OEM model was nice. This is... Oh, it's nice. So I put center stands on, you know, V-Stroms and whatever. They're mostly based off of bolting underneath the bike there onto the frame or something. This center stand is based on the foot pegs. So you're just going to replace the two bolts stock with these two they give you. It's going to go to the 5mm Allen head with their big fat washers. The washers that were here will be put just on the inside. There and there. Hard to see. It's buried in there by the rubber, because there's rubber. These are no longer really rubber mounted because of that big fat washer. I don't really notice. So I'm thinking I can definitely feel more vibration through the pegs now that they're solid mounted. You'll get two short bolts on each side, and they're just a brace for this stand. You wonder what that's for, but once you put it together you'll see. And you get a big spacer. There's a big spacer and the little spacer, and there's another internal long washer type that goes inside of here. Just slips in with some grease to help this thing rotate. And that's it. So you just have to like sandwich things together. It bolts on very easy, and the other side is exact mirror. So it's really quite easy. It's not even a real battle with the fingers. But let me just show you the other side. Gotta do the edit here on the right side because it is a mirror, but I screwed everything up because you'll notice on the left my crash bar hooks up over here. For some reason on this side I put probably because it fits in so nicely, I put the crash bar right here where this little washer is supposed to be. And then when I did that, of course, this side was crooked. Not like that, but crooked because of the at least 1/8 of an inch thickness of crash bar. So what I did was took that out and put it over here to widen that up a little bit and narrow that up, and then it worked. You just run the bolts through their stuff. They put X's on the original washers. They just go on the inside now. They used to be over here. Okay, so that's the big spacer washer. The bolt just bolts in, fits right in that little saddle, you'll see. And this is that tubular almost bearing washer, whatever they call it, that you grease up. And then they call it the spacer. It's a big fat washer. They call that a small spacer and that a large spacer. Then you just run them through. It's a little tricky, run them through. And this thing you don't have to put on until the very end. When you start to cinch these up, before you get too tight, there's a lot of thread there. Then you just hook this over, because once this is bolted in, this doesn't really come off too easy. You'll have the spring on and everything, and you might be able to wiggle it out of there between there and there, but who cares? That's not the point. Once it's all together, it won't come off, as you can see, all together. So that's it. Put the spring on. That was easy. That wasn't even hard. The V-Strom spring was hard. That was like I just grabbed the screwdriver, boop, it was on. Like, oh. Okay, we've got the spring on. As you can see, it's this is the real view as opposed to the paper view. And of course, there is the crash bar right where it's not supposed to be making things a little bit difficult, and I'm going to fix that. But same both sides. Okay, let's get on with this and finish this up. Right out with it up, you can see there's barely any clearance. It doesn't really matter. If I was in the bush and got a flat, I'll scrape it out there so it spins and be able to pull the tire off. The same with the front. But sometimes you get on a bike and it's right. You ride the bike once and it's like, yeah, I'm hooked. I should name this bike after my wife. That's all I'm going to say about that. Nope. People going home. Talked to a bunch of bikers today. Wisconsin, Spokane. Of course I don't know what I'm doing. If I knew what I was doing, I wouldn't be here. Let me just finish up. That's probably a little confusing, and it's mostly because of my right side. It's a pretty simple operation. It's just, thing is, most DR650s don't have a center stand on them, so I tried to do it a little more in detail for people that are going to do it. It's not very hard, but just sanding of the bolts. You know, when you're retired and you're playing with motorcycles and Adobe and things, this is what you do. It's brutal. I don't know how I get through the day. You know, I'm having to amuse myself with riding, sleeping, going potty. My wife's not here, otherwise we'd be taking a rest on a daily basis. So, I'm just getting by. This is retirement at Wild Bill's Garage. It's tough. So, that's the DR650 center stand. Take it or leave it. It is a great center stand for what it does. Just remember, you might as well say you're putting a center stand on the YZ. It's not quite like that, but for my situation, it's perfect. You guys have a great day. I'm going out riding. It's just gorgeous out today. Over and out. Wild Bill's Garage. What the hell is that?